What's your favorite cosplay? Immersed in the night. Top 10 anime. I have a lot of hidden talents and I actually really love wants to start a gaming or cosplay channel. I did not buy. Are you single? I'm actually Hey everyone, it's Kitty. Today I'm going to be doing my very first Q&A. I went on Instagram and I asked you guys what questions you would like me to answer in my Q&A. A lot of you guys asked me some really good questions. So thank you so much for those questions. They really helped. And I'm also going to be answering some frequently asked questions. What's your favorite cosplay? I get this question a lot and it's really hard to answer actually, believe it or not, because I've done so many cosplays and this answer can change at any time. So far, it is Velma. I feel like I keep going back to cosplaying as her. I really love her outfit. I feel very comfortable in it. I love the colors. They really pop. Her nerdiness, geeky, you know, type of personality. And she wears glasses. If you had an unlimited budget and knowledge of crafting, what 3 cosplays would you make homemade? Oh my god. Thank you so much. Such a good question. I've never even thought about this, to be honest. The first thing that comes to mind is Iron Mouse, specifically this VTuber model. It's super cute. It has a lot of details, so I would have to know how to sew. I would need the materials. It would also be so cool to do like each individual accessory that she has on her hair. It would be really challenging to make that from scratch, but super fun and rewarding. I really love it. Another one I've always wanted to do is, I forgot her name because this is a pretty old anime, but I fell in love with her outfit. Kuroyuki Hime from Axel World. She wears like this beautiful dress. She also has these huge butterfly wings. I remember one time I looked for that as well online, like to see if I can buy it, and I wasn't able to find like a really good looking one. And she has an umbrella. If I could make that, I would be so happy. I know this person asked for 3 cosplays, but I'm gonna say more than that. Another cosplay is Sable Ward from Dead by Daylight. I play this game a lot, and as soon as her character came out, I was in love with her aesthetic, and her outfits are all amazing. If I knew how to make jewelry, and if I had like a 3D printer, that would fix a lot of my cosplay issues. Another one that I've had in mind recently, because I'm currently watching the anime, is the main character from the anime. May I ask for one last thing? Her name is Scarlet. Her cosplay is very detailed in many ways. Her earrings are also very specific. Like, I already thought, oh my god, it would be so fun to make her earrings from scratch. Oh my god, Spirit from Dead by Daylight would be amazing. I haven't really seen a lot of people cosplay as Spirit. She's my main character. I would want to know how to do the glass that's like sticking out of her skin. And Anka from Animal Crossing, I've always wanted to cosplay as her. I would want to do the ears, the dress, and the accessories. That sounds really fun to make. Are you an alien? I love these funny questions. I always have a blast like answering them. No, I am not an alien, but honestly, I do feel like I am most of the time, because I don't even feel like I'm part of this world most of the time. What's your favorite comfort game? I have a lot of favorite comfort games. I haven't played them in a while, but Animal Crossing New Horizons, Stardew Valley, and Disney Dreamlight Valley. I am looking for a good comfort game that I won't get bored of and won't stop playing. I'm really looking forward to Petite Planet from Hoyoverse. That one kind of looks like Animal Crossing and it's really cute, so I can't wait for that to come out. What's a hidden talent talent you have? I don't want to sound like conceited or anything, but I have a lot of hidden talents. One of them is singing. I'm like really rusty at the moment. If you've been following me for a while, you used to be able to go on Twitch, download this karaoke program and stream it. So I did that once. I would like to do karaoke. That would be great because ever since I can remember, I've always loved singing. So yes, that's one of my hidden talents. And I can also do a split, even though I don't stretch every day like I should, but I'm not going to be showing that on today's video. Next question. How much does a new idea usually cost you to set up? This can range a lot. I try not to go past like $100 something. If it's too expensive, I don't want to spend a lot of money on it. If someone buys it for me, oh my god, I really appreciate when you guys help me, because guys, cosplay can be really expensive. Most of them aren't even close to $100 because I try to keep my budget low. And lately, honestly, I haven't been buying any new cosplays. Like, there's so many cosplays that I want to do and I haven't been buying new ones. So I've been reusing old cosplays or trying a closet cosplay, which is like creating a new character but with items I already have. So it is a really good investment too. Like, when I do buy these separate pieces, I can always like use them for other characters and create original cosplays too with a lot of these items. So it's a really good thing to have like a bunch of wigs and a wide variety of accessories and clothing that I can wear. That way, hey, this new character that I want to do, oh, you know what? I can make this from stuff I already have. I did that with my Momo cosplay. I got a sweater that I already owned and I flipped it. So the sweater was the same exact color as her sweater, but it had a big print. So I'm like, you know what? I could just put it on backwards. So the print was on my back. And then I got like a white shirt that I already had. Luckily, I found the red bow that she wears on her neck too, and I had the skirt. Even though the skirt didn't fit me that well, you know, I was able to like roll it up, and that's it. There you go, a Momo cosplay. So yeah, I'm really lucky and grateful to be able to do that with a lot of the cosplays. What is your top 10 anime, and give me all the reasons why? If I were to answer this question right now, we would be here for like another 4 hours. Thank you so much. This is an amazing question, but I will be leaving this for another video. What type of games do you play? I like playing all kinds of games. Rhythm games, Animal Crossing type games. My #1 favorite type of game is story-based, like Life is Strange. I'm really liking survival games too, and simulation games like The Sims, those type of games. How tall are you? I get this question a lot. I'm really short, actually. I don't know how a lot of people think that I'm tall. I guess it's like the angle of the camera, but I'm 4'8". And for a long time, I thought that I was 4'11". And then many years later, I got measured for like an audition that I was doing. So they properly measured my height and I found out that I shrank. I am now 4'8". Or maybe I just thought I was taller. Maybe I just saw myself as taller and I wasn't. I was shorter. Do you have a favorite pair of boots? I actually do. I'll show you guys. This wonderful person got them for me, and I actually really love Doc Marten boots and this kind of style. I can't wait to get more. They last really long. They're really good quality and they look great. They're just really narrow. So if you have like wide feet, or your feet tend to like fluctuate in size a lot, be a little careful and maybe go with like a bigger size just to be safe. Thank you so much to the person that got me these boots. I will cherish them forever, just like any other gift that any of you guys have given me. What gets you in the mindset for your videos? You always look like you're having a great time. It's really random, honestly. I could be having dinner, watching a YouTube video, in the shower, and I randomly get all these overwhelming thoughts and ideas, inspiration, and that's what gets me in the mindset, like just feeling that emotion, whether it's like an anime character that I really like, a song that I really like, an emotion, and then wanting to express that online is like important for me because it's like my way of venting and my way of expressing my love for something or my art. I feel like if I didn't have the option of filming a video or putting something online, it wouldn't feel as satisfying. I wouldn't be able to inspire someone or make someone smile or make someone laugh. Making people's day just a little bit better also helps me get into that mindset. Hi Kitty, what of your current cosplays fit the Christmas theme? The person that asked this question is actually Portuguese, and they told me one time that they go out of their way to like use Google Translate to comment on my videos and reply to my stories and stuff like that. So I'm actually gonna try to respond in Portuguese because I really appreciate this person for like going out of their way to engage with my stuff. So the least I can do is try to say it in Portuguese this time. So let's see, how would I say this? Oh my god, guys. This looks so hard. Eu atualmente não tenho cosplay que combine bem com o tema de Natal, mas eu acho que a Frieren ficaria incrível com o vestido fofo dela e gorro de Papai Noel. Eu devo fazer isso? Oh my god, guys. Whoa, that felt so good. Let me know if you guys think I should do Frieren as a different style. I think she would look great. What has been your hardest cosplay you've ever done, and was it a success? So I thought about this one very carefully because I always make sure to cosplay something that I'm comfortable with, but one that I did feel like it was harder than the others was the Nami blue dress one, her tattoo. That was pretty challenging for me to do. I bought like a pre-made tattoo. It was too small for my arm. I didn't like the proportions of it. So I ended up doing like a stencil and I drew into it with face paint. The whole time I was like hoping that the face paint wouldn't like smudge and mess up or get like all over other clothes or equipment, and everything had a lot of parts to it. It was a little bit uncomfortable to be in, but I am so glad that I did it. I'm really happy with the way it came out, and it was definitely a success. Could you do a Silversuit Elastigirl cosplay or even a video showing off your favorite cosplays? I do have the Silver Elastigirl cosplay in my list of pending cosplays, so I will be doing that in the future. Thank you so much to the person that got me that outfit off my Amazon wish list. I can't wait to wear them. I know all of you guys really loved my Elastigirl cosplay. It was a big hit, so I can't wait to do the silver version. When it comes to a video of me showing off some of my favorite cosplays, I have thought about doing that, or even like a try-on of cosplays, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that on YouTube. I might do it on Patreon though, as like bonus content. Favorite anime? I have a lot of favorite anime, but one of my most recent ones is 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. That's my new favorite anime because it has to do with cosplay and it's just amazing. I love the characters, the story, the pacing, the art style, the voice acting. Everything was amazing, and it really shows the good, the bad, and the ugly sides of cosplay, or like what obstacles different people in the cosplay industry can have, and I really love that about it. I really recommend for former, current, and future cosplayers to watch this anime. It is a must watch if you're into cosplay, or even if you want to understand cosplay a little better. What program do you use for editing your videos and photos? And how long do you usually edit your photos till you're satisfied with the outcome? This is a great question. I love it. So the program I use for editing all of my videos, anywhere from like my TikToks to my YouTubes, Adobe Premiere Pro. There's so much things you can do. I have more control over like the color grading, the motion. I like the challenge of it, and I also like the quality. Adobe Premiere Pro has never let me down when it comes to the quality, colors, and stuff like that. For photos, I edit my photos on Lightroom first, and then I transfer them to Adobe Photoshop, and there I do add a little bit of skin softening on my face. I don't do anything major because again, with these programs, like there's so many options, and I could sit there for hours working on just one picture, but because I edit so much, so many pictures and so many videos, and it's really time consuming, I try my best to like not obsess on like one picture or one video. I'm a perfectionist, but I've been pretty good with like trying to get over that and like doing it as quick as I can. So yeah, I don't do anything crazy. And how long does it usually take me to edit my photos until I'm satisfied with the outcome? It can be from like 80 to 100 pictures, around there. It takes me days. I hope that one day I can either learn more skills, get faster, or try something new and make my pictures a little bit better. It's also honestly not so much about the editing, the posing, and while you're taking the picture is what matters. If you have a really crappy picture, editing can only take you so far. What kind of camera and accessories do you use? And what's your favorite camera settings that you like to use for your photos? I'm using a Sony Alpha 7C2. I always do everything manual ever since I first got my Canon T3i. I had no idea how to use it. It was my first time ever using a DSLR, but you know what I said? I was like, I'm not gonna use auto. I'm gonna learn how to use manual. And ever since, I changed the ISO, I changed the aperture, everything. Even if I'm outside and the lighting is constantly changing, I always leave it on manual. And when it comes to video, I always shoot in a mode where it's no saturation at all. That way I have more room with editing, the color grading and stuff like that, because I put a lot of time into that. It's really fun for me. If you could transform into a cat, what kind of cat would you be? But I'm already a cat. What do you mean? If I could transform into a cat, I would want to be a black fluffy cat. That way, you know, I could be more mysterious, hide more in the shadows, and camouflage into black rugs. And, you know, be in the night, immersed in the night. I love black cats so much. Would you survive the catpocalypse, like that one anime? Forgot its name. Oh yeah, I know which anime you're talking about. I did see the first few episodes. I haven't finished the first season yet. I'm really behind. I need to get back to that one. Night of the Living Cat, right? Yeah. Night of the Living Cat. I love that anime. It's so hilarious and it's so unique. Oh my god. And I was so happy that they made an anime like that. Would I survive? That's tough. I feel like I would be one of those people that would be so mesmerized by the cats, and I would try to pet them or get around them in a nice way. But then I would probably be one of those people that get bitten by the cats, then ends up being half cat and half human because my immune system is so good, or I only develop like a tail and ears. That would be cool. What are some TV shows or cartoons you like to watch when you're not watching anime? I watch a lot of Netflix, Prime Prime TV, things on HBO, and other streaming platforms. I love Stranger Things, all kinds of shows, really. At the moment, I'm watching this one called The Summer I Turned Pretty. I never thought I would watch that show. It really reminded me and had the vibe of Life is Strange, one of my top favorite games of all times, and I was instantly hooked. I also really like watching other animations like South Park and Rick and Morty. I love TV shows, movies, and stuff like that. Where did the name Let's Play Kitty come from? Oh my god, I love this question. When I was first thinking of being a content creator and I was coming up with names, I knew I wanted the word kitty in it because I love cats. I wanted to be a cat girl and personality matched me the best. Then I was like, what if I make it something related to games and like having fun, and actually not just games. It could be me doing other things that I like and just being myself and expressing myself. And I was like, oh, Let's Play Kitty. I thought about everything, every little detail. I only wanted to be this many syllables. If it's more than 4 syllables, it's gonna be too long. I want it to be easy to remember. It was a thorough process, and I really love the name. I don't regret it at all. I'm really happy that I chose Let's Play Kitty. It's perfect the way it is. So it was basically a cat girl that plays games or loves playing games, and that also does other things that are fun and that are like a playing around type of vibe. What was your first ever anime you watched? Oh my god, this is a tough one. Whoa, that was like ages ago, if I'm not mistaken. It was either Sailor Moon or Pokemon, one of those. I'm leaning more towards Sailor Moon. How many plushies do you own, and do any of them have names or special stories? Oh, that's so cute. I've never counted how many plushies I have. Maybe like 50 or more, and that's crazy because I've gotten rid of a lot of them. When it comes to the names, no, I don't name them. There are some of them that have stories. I can show them. This is one of the ones that I got in the Easter basket. I had never, received one before, so it was really special to me. This one, I got it when I did the Judy Hopps cosplay. I didn't want just like a small one to hold. I wanted it to be really big. This one was given to me by the Antipath Co. They sent me a lot of amazing outfits. They were so kind, like they went out of their way to send me amazing stickers, a beanie, and then this pillow. I consider it a plushie, and yeah, it has a amazing looking waifu on it. This was one of the first plushies that I ever got. It was in a big box, and I remember when I saw it, I'm like, oh my god, it's huge. This one's the biggest one I have. It's like almost my size. It's really big. This one's really special to me because it's sushi, my favorite food, and it's a kawaii sushi, and it was in my Amazon wish list for a long time until an amazing fan got it for me, and I was so happy because this is one of the ones that I've been wanting for a really long time. So yeah, it was one of the first gifts that I got from a fan. Last but not least, the story of these is really interesting, and you're gonna be mind blown. These I did not buy. They were not gifted to me. They were not donated. They were not like hand-me-downs. I found them in the garbage. That's a story for another video. I think it's cool. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I found these dumpster diving. I used to dumpster dive a lot. I really miss it. It was really fun. I found a lot. Actually, a lot of the stuff in my background came from a garbage. These are one of the most special plushies that I own because of that. It just makes it much more special when you drive around for hours looking in garbages in Barnes and Nobles and GameStop dumpsters, and then you find the treasures. What's the hardest part about balancing gaming, cosplay, being your own boss? Believe it or not, being your own boss, being an entrepreneur is really, really challenging. Usually when you start your own business or as a content creator, you don't have a huge team. You have to like do so many jobs, right? Because let's say when you're working a 9-to-5 job or you're working for a company, they have employees for every task. They have a CEO, they have the employee who hires people, they have the employee that just manages social media marketing, the employee that just handles editing, the employee that just handles the photography department. But when you are your own boss, you pretty much have to be all these things at once, and it can get overwhelming. Content creators, at least when they start and they don't have a team of people yet, they have to do it all on their own. So I feel like that's why a lot of people quit early or have a hard time or don't become successful, because it's really hard. And I like mentioning that a lot, not to be negative. I want people to know the truth. That way they're prepared. The more prepared you are, the better. So I feel like that helps people, like telling them, hey, you know, not everybody can do this. They need to know. I feel like a lot of people sugarcoat things or gatekeep things or don't talk about these things. So yeah, it feels good saying it.
Later.
I could talk about this all day. I'll leave the rest for another video. What advice would you give someone who wants to start a gaming or cosplay channel but feels too shy or not good enough? Oh my god. Well, you know what? I can totally relate to this, so you're asking the right person. And the best advice that I could give is to start, guys. Just start. I feel like people worry too much about like, oh, I need this and that equipment to start. I need to watch like thousands of YouTube videos to start. I need to like wait until I get this outfit, or wait until I feel good about it, or until it comes out perfect. Guys, you could watch like all the YouTube videos in the world, pay for all the courses, go to school, think about it, have the perfect setup, have your dream body or whatever you're waiting for to start. There's nothing like experience. You're not gonna get anywhere unless you actually start and get that ball rolling and get that momentum going. And as you do like the hands-on experience, you're gonna learn so much more than you ever have, and you're gonna gain that confidence, get better. You're gonna be scared. I was scared and I was too shy when I started. Even if you're shy, force yourself to like, because that's what I did. I had to push myself really hard and get over that. Like, I had to break the ice. If I would have not done that, I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am now. And it's not something that goes away in one day, in a month, in a year. It takes years sometimes, guys, to get over that like shyness and fear. If I can do it, you can do it. Like, trust me. No, it's hard, but get in front of the camera and click that button, because again, there's nothing like experience and going through the motions, and you won't regret it. There's been a lot of things that I didn't want to do because of shyness, and afterwards I was like, oh my god, why didn't I want to do this? Like, I'm so glad I did this. That's how it's gonna feel. And now I'm gonna be answering some frequently asked questions. What's your real hair color and eye color? So this is a question I get a lot. It's probably the most frequently asked question that I get. I'm flattered. I'm flattered that you guys asked me this question and are curious. Thank you so much. But for me, every time, I'm not saying everyone asks for this reason or is this way. Just because you ask this doesn't mean you're like materialistic or shallow or whatever. But the way I feel like on my side, when someone asks me this, it feels few things crossed my mind, like, okay, you can ask anything, and this is what you choose to ask, really? Another thing that comes to my mind is, does it matter like what my eye color and my hair color is? Would that change the way you see me? And I just see it as like a very superficial question that's just about appearances. So it makes me think, like, I don't want to be seen as just appearances. Like, I know that appearances are important in this world, but I want people like to be in my stream and consume my content and stuff because it makes them happy or laugh or whatever, makes their day a little bit better, or makes them forget about reality. Not because, you know, my eyes are blue or I'm blonde or whatever superficial reason. So every time someone asks me this, I don't know how to answer. You know, usually I would just say, like, right now my eyes are blue because I'm cosplaying as a certain character. You know, right now my hair is pink. The best way that I can explain it is kind of similar to a VTuber. VTubers, for whatever the reason is, sometimes they don't want to show their face, what they look like. They're very reserved and private people for whatever reason it might be, or, you know, they just want that privacy. So for me, I'm a cosplayer. I never break character. I never want to break character. I always change my look depending on like how I feel or what character I'm portraying at the moment. I want to keep some kind of separation from being online and my personal life. So yeah, that's my way of like feeling comfortable in front of the camera and being playful about it and fun. I can be whoever I want to be, however I want to be, and if I feel like one day having pink hair and green eyes, hey, I can do it and it feels amazing. Maybe one day in the future, if or when I decide to like show what I look like out of cosplay, I will, you know, I'll do that myself. But at the moment, I don't feel like it's necessary or like I'm comfortable doing that. Like I said, the best way I could describe it is like a VTuber. Are you single? No, I am not single. And if you talk to me in my exclusive platforms such as Patreon and others, I do tell them, no, I am not single. It's not something that I talk about openly, like in public. So no, I'm not single. I'm actually married. And even if I was single, I would never date or even consider being with anyone online or any of my fans, nor am I looking for any of that, obviously, because I'm married. It doesn't matter who you are or what you think, like there's no exception to that. So I really appreciate you guys respecting my privacy, my boundaries, and my IRL life. I feel like a lot of people have a really huge misconception about every woman on the internet or every cute girl on the internet, that they're single or that they're there like looking for a partner, or because they post like pictures of themselves online that they're single, or because they do a certain type of job that they're single, or, you know, there's no way that this person wears this or does cosplay or goes live or whatever is single, right? I've always noticed that, but guys, believe it or not, a lot of us women online are in a relationship or married. It's not uncommon. I still expect privacy and boundaries because I'm a human just like you are. I'm not here to talk about my relationship status or anything else when it comes to details like that. Some people are open to saying their whole entire life story online. I currently am not. If I ever am, or I feel like I want to say something, I will definitely say it when I'm ready. As much as I'm a private person, I felt like everybody else that is not in my exclusive community should also know. So now you know, guys. Again, thank you so much like for supporting me and for, you know, respecting my boundaries and being so nice about it. I really appreciate everyone's support and all the questions that were asked. A lot of these were really good. If you want to hear me yap some more about any of these questions or any more details, I did make an extended bonus video on Patreon, so you can check that out over there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Bye.